Welcome to the Next Dimension Podcast, your portal to an extended reality. Every week we talk about the hottest topics in XR and let you join the discussion live on MRTV. And now, get ready for another exciting episode coming up.
The Next Dimension Podcast is back. So happy about it. So nice to see you, Steve. How are you doing?
I'm very well. It's great to be back again, Seb. As I say, we do this every week, but we try. But yeah, it's good to be back.
Once a year.
Yeah, it's getting that way, isn't
it? Yeah, really. It feels like it. It has been a hot minute. I'm so happy to be back here with you and to talk about the state of PCVR. This is a very exciting year, 2025. So many exciting headsets that we get to test, and we can finally talk about it and exchange our thoughts about it. So before we get into everything, for all of you out there who don't know what is the Next Dimension Podcast, well, this is a podcast about VR and XR and all this good stuff. It happens every single week.
Oh, yeah.
here on the channel. No, not really the last time. But we got a very nice backlog of great episodes, and you can listen to them all on your favorite podcast service. So you can find us there on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, everywhere. Basically, look for the Next Dimension Podcast. And if you enjoy this show, and if you would love to encourage us to come on again a bit more often, then absolutely do leave us a positive, not reply, a review. That's the word. A review that would be incredible. Yes. Steve.
You get rewards as well for positive reviews. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. All right. Right. We're going to talk about this a bit later in the show. Yeah. So happy to be back here. And looking very much forward to talk about all of the headsets that are coming out or that are already out and that we've been using for quite a while. Right. Yeah. Before we get into everything.
Well, first of all, let me ask you, Seb, how have you been? How have you been? It's been a while since we've spoken.
We
talk a lot on the, on the phone.
Yeah, privately. We do talk privately. Yeah, I'm really, really good. I'm super good. I'm super happy. And honestly speaking, there are quite a few things that are more important than virtual reality in my life right now. So I don't even know if I have already talked about it on the channel. I think no. But I'll become a father. Yeah.
Oh, incredible. Amazing.
Yeah. So my wife is pregnant, and she's very pregnant. So it's probably like a couple of weeks until it's due.
Wow.
Our baby.
That's gone fast. That's gone fast.
Yeah, right. That's gone very fast. So
exciting.
So definitely that's the most important thing right now in my life. So excuse me out there, dear viewers of this channel, if not always. I haven't done this podcast for a while, and I haven't given you all the reviews that I could do. I haven't given you actually the Beyond 2 review. It's just a written review on mrtv.co. If you want to read it, please do. But I didn't even do the video review yet, for example. So that's why I have a good reason for that. And we're very excited. We're super happy about that. So that is without a doubt the biggest thing in our life right now. Super happy and super excited about it.
It's absolutely incredible, Seb. And as you say, this is the most important thing.
Yeah, it really is
now for you. YouTube, it's just a nice gig to do, but really, family, everything.
Right.
That comes
absolutely.
First.
Absolutely. So we're so happy about this, and it's gonna be real in a couple of weeks. In a couple of weeks, we'll be parents.
Wow!
A couple
of weeks.
Yeah,
That's
a couple
amazing.
of weeks. Yeah. That's unbelievable. So
how is she? How is Eliza? Bless her. She must be, getting ready now.
she's good, and she's good, and the baby is super active. It's like it wants to get out. It's like kicking and doing all these things, and it's crazy. It's just like a miracle. Like the whole thing is a miracle. like a new life, and it's a combination of my wife and me, and wow, yeah. So it's yeah, I'm
It's
overwhelmed.
amazing. Is it
it's
absolutely?
it's the
Yeah,
best thing. It's a miracle. Yeah,
it's the most special thing in the world. It really
yeah,
is. And
yeah,
yeah, we can forgive you. All the MRTV, community can forgive you for
I think
having
so.
some rest, some
Yeah,
downtime
exactly.
to
So
focus on the important things. So
exactly. So not like
exciting.
I could do so many videos. Like, wow, I have a virtual desktop on the Play for Dream, which I haven't made a video
Ah,
about.
yes, I thought you would be straight
Yeah,
on that actually. So yeah.
exactly. Yeah, no, I was not. It's here, it's in front of me, and I will
Oh,
do that video. But yeah, so yeah, I have the best reasons not to do all the videos right now. But
absolutely.
yeah. Anyways, so that's that. So yeah, we are doing really good, and obviously we hope for for a successful birth and everything. But yeah, we have a good feeling about everything now. Yes.
Wow, a little mini Sebastian.
Oh
Imagine
yeah,
it. It's
yeah,
incredible.
yeah. It is. It is. Exactly. So yeah, it's a boy. Exactly. You gave it away there.
Oh, sorry.
But it's okay.
Gender reveal.
Yeah, gender revealed. Yeah. But anyways, it's not like it was not like a secret, since my wife is a YouTuber, and we even made that kind of a reveal on her channel. Like, I had I had a
Oh,
big
did
I had a
you?
big balloon. These
Yeah,
balloons.
yeah.
And then we made a live stream on her channel, and it was like 2,000 people were watching the live stream. Like, my best live stream ever. Like, gender reveal. It's so funny. Yeah. Anyway, it's a boy, and yeah, super happy about it. Yeah. Good. So super happy. So now let's talk a bit about VR.
We could talk about this for easily an hour, actually.
Yeah, we could.
Definitely could.
But I'm sure that our viewers are not here to hear me like rave about being so happy. But yeah. Anyways, you know what I wanted to say? Man, Steve, you're looking so young. I told you already in the beginning of this video, right? Like, you're looking like a high school student. You have just finished your high school, and now you're
absolutely.
thinking about, wow, what to do in life now.
What I do
What's the next step now after
my
high school?
videos are all AI. You see, I try to make myself look a lot older than I actually am.
Okay, yeah.
it's all very clever
So
stuff.
how old are you? Like 19?
A lot younger than that, actually. Yeah.
Oh, wow. That is
No,
cool.
I'm actually pretty old now. I just had a very good paper round, clearly, when I was a kid. But
yeah, exactly.
It's funny because a lot of the videos on the channel are quite old now, because I often, make videos at least 2 or 3 weeks in advance, or even longer than that. And
right.
but I've been on holiday recently, and although there was no nice weather, it was absolutely team it down the whole time. But no, it's it's amazing what cutting your hair and a shave can do, really, isn't it?
Yeah. You're looking good.
Thank you. No, it's it might even be this new camera. I don't know, this crappy camera that I did show on the channel, and it was just rubbish. Don't, by the way, get an Ozbot camera if you're wondering. They're not very good.
Oh, but it looks pretty good right now.
Yeah. I just got this Tokyo at the background there. Your
perfect.
favorite scene in the
I love to fly
go
that.
and do this.
I love that. Yeah, because of the light and everything, right? And I love Tokyo as well, so that's good. Yeah, and Bart says, awesome, Sebastian, you are glowing, and now I understand the recent weight gain. Exactly. So my wife now loves to eat pizza and burgers and French fries, and yeah, then I will join her, of course. So yeah, we're getting into the habit of eating like fun stuff.
Has she had many cravings, like really weird cravings?
Yeah, like she really loves pizza suddenly. Like, before she was okay with pizza, now she loves pizza. And yeah, also fries, like McDonald's fries, any kind of fries, really, actually, hamburgers. So before she was not so keen on this kind of fast food, right? But now it's like, wow, it's good. She enjoys it a lot.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, anyways. Should we go to our topic?
Yeah, I'm trying not to say something here. I'm trying my hardest not to say anything, so I'm just trying to keep quiet, because it's so hard not to say stuff, but I won't.
Okay.
Yeah, let's get to VR.
Let's get to VR. So this show is called the State of PCVR, and boy, it has been an unbelievably amazing year for PCVR so far. Actually, perhaps it's one of the best years of PCVR ever. It's crazy. So it's so fun to see every year this kind of article, oh, PC is dead and the whole medium has lost and it's never going to really win or whatever. And I say bullshit. I absolutely say bullshit. Yeah, it might be
absolutely.
It might be not the right thing for Meta to bank on it and all these mobile games. It might not be super successful, but you know what? The foundation of VR, that's going to stay for sure. And it's the people who are watching this right now. It's the PC VR enthusiasts who play Sims, who love to fly in this, who race in this, who have their game that they go and love to play, who play those UEVR games as well. And this is the real foundation, in my opinion, of VR, and that's for sure not going to go away. And so far, this has been an unbelievably good year with so many cool headsets, right? It's like crazy what we've seen, right?
Absolutely. The thing is, like, it depends where you sort of stand on this whole is VR dead thing, because there's obviously different elements to VR, and some of them are really like concreted in. They are cemented into the industry. It's not just about playing games. In fact, the gaming side of VR is probably the one that's kind of holding out the moment, in terms of probably the most at risk. But I think in terms of like the commercial sector and training and that kind of thing,
oh yeah, that's for
VR
sure.
is really alive and kicking, and people don't really realize it. In fact, I think Vario, I haven't watched it, but I think they did a seminar or something on it saying VR is dead. But I think the idea, I'm guessing, behind that is that actually
they want to show it's not dead at all.
Look at all the industry here. People are making cars with VR and XR, and obviously the flying side of things, flight training in VR is becoming huge now. It really is. Even in private pilot training, even my local school down the road from me is starting to use VR as part of their sort of training because of the incredible immersion, it's a depth perception. Just, we all know that. We all know why VR is amazing here, but
exactly,
in terms of the industry itself, aside from all of the gaming stuff, that's never going to go away. That's actually just going to get bigger and bigger,
Yeah, but also, first of all, this exactly, but also gaming. Also, gaming is not going to go away. But it does not need to replace flat gaming. I also enjoy flat gaming next to enjoying VR.
Right. I think we're probably looking at Sorry, go on.
It doesn't have to. It doesn't have to replace flat gaming. I think it can just coexist together, and that's fine too. And therefore, no, VR is not dead. It's alive and kicking. And it's good that we're here together. So this has been a really good year.
It has been a crazy year for, I don't really remember, like, it's only May. Well, it's just the end of May now into June. The first half of the year, I've never had such a busy time on the channel as this year. Like, to have shown already 3 high-end headsets and soon 4, like, that's just, I've never, ever showed that many, like, really big deal VR headsets in just a short amount of time like that. I mean, it's just mind-blowing, really. And I know that, it's a shame that some of the other mainstream sort of VR content creators out there just focus on the Quest. I totally understand why they do that, because it's budget friendly and
it's great.
Obviously that's where all the games are, but there is so much more to VR than just playing Quest 3 games, there's this other exciting side that actually me and Seb, we seem to be at the forefront of showing the sort of more PC VR higher end stuff, because we love it so much, and that is alive and kicking. Like, wow, the competition.
It is crazy. So so this year, exactly. So it's not even the whole. It's just half of the year, right? Not even completely half of the year, and we got the Meganex Superlight 8K coming out right now, and people are getting it right now. We have the Big Screen Beyond 2, which is a great headset, and obviously we're also going to talk about it.
Yeah.
Well,
I was going to demonstrate them as you were saying them, but I can't find it. It's that small. I can't find it. I've lost it already.
You're right. Yeah. We have the Pimax Crystal Super.
Got that here. Yes, the Pimax Crystal Super.
Me too. I have it. Hey. I have it here. check out my monster version.
Oh, I haven't seen that video yet. That looks hilarious. Those speakers, what the hell?
Yeah,
What have you done to them?
I'm telling you, this is the best sound now. This is truly the best sound now. The DMAS is already good, right? But now with this 3D print, it just boosts the bass in a way that it's just kicking, and it's just fun. Yeah. Anyways, so the Pimax Crystal Super is there now. Then soon we're going to have different modules for the Super, the ultra wide, and we're going to talk about this as well. Then Pimax has also talked about the Dream Air and the Dream Air SE, right? And I've actually seen the prototype of the Dream Air, and can talk about it. And yeah, and then there's the super surprise of this year that hopefully also going to get. It's the Play for Dream, which is like a crazy headset. It's a crazy headset. Yeah, so wow. So many things to talk about. And yeah, this is live and great success. And there's something wrong with your keyboard.
There's no need to shout. It's fine.
No need to shout. We can hear you very well. Yeah, it's okay.
I know, often I shout when I'm in VR because I'm so excited about it. But yeah,
me too. Yeah, we are like very, like, how to say that, we are really into this whole hobby.
we are.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Anyways, you know what? I want to talk about something first, because you just mentioned that many other creators are just talking about the Quest 3. But I must really say the Quest 3 really is an incredible headset. And you know what? I want to say something, because you made a video about the Quest 3 on a 5090, and you know, like, there's so many people who were like talking shit in the comment section.
I hate it.
I was like,
what?
What's going on? You know,
yeah.
This is so ridiculous, because this headset is really good. This is really for people who want to start with VR. You know, that is most probably the right headset for you. You can forget about all this show today. We're going to talk about all these high-end headsets, but most probably this headset will do, because it looks so good, especially with virtual desktop. Yes, it doesn't have like a DisplayPort, but with virtual desktop, it looks so good. Probably you get like 75 or 80% of the visuals of the other high-end headsets that we're going to talk about. You know, there's diminishing returns. Yes, all the other headsets that we're going to talk about are better, but they are not like 1,500 euros better, or how much more expensive they are as compared to the Quest 3. So I love that you did that video, and I also want to do that video. And it's not because Meta has bought us or anything. No, obviously not, because we're not talking about the Quest most of the time, right? But really, if you're watching this and you want to get into PCVR, and you hear us say, oh, the Play for Dream is now the best wireless standalone headset, it might be, but it's probably for you, it's okay to buy a $500 a Quest 3 and you're going to be good.
It's funny, because the reason why, like, if it was my money and I only had to buy a VR headset or a new GPU, I would probably go for the most powerful GPU I can get first, and then get a headset. And the Quest 3 with a 5090 absolutely friggin' rocks, because you can super sample it and it looks amazing. You'll get great frame rate. You won't feel sick, and it will just absolutely be amazing. And the thing is, the Quest 3 is still a very high resolution headset when it comes to your GPU, because VR is insanely hard to run. So sometimes it actually makes sense to get the most powerful computer you can get, and then get a headset which can easily be run by that GPU, rather than just all the time going for the most craziest high resolution PPD headset out there. And then that way you're always playing catch up. So there is different ways you can look at it, definitely. And thankfully, most people did understand that video, but it does make me laugh, because if I show the Quest 3, people are like, boring, this is crap. Why are you showing a Quest 3 when you got a 5090? Okay, I'll show the Crystal Super then. Can't believe you're showing the Crystal Super. Why can't you show the Quest 3? It's much cheaper.
Exactly. No, nobody can afford the Meganex or whatever. Show the Quest 3. It's crazy. It's so funny. Anyhow, you cannot make everyone happy, but I just wanted to say that, because we didn't have many shows, right? And sometimes you and me, we talk about it. And then I just feel like, wow, I really want to say that out loud in the public. So,
Yeah,
so
definitely.
yeah, it makes super sense to make a video about the Quest 3 on the 5090. And by the way, I am finally also going to get a 5090 Beast PC.
Oh,
Yes.
I did wonder because
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
definitely need it.
finally. I'm so happy. You know, like I'm working with my sponsor, XMG. They're making these beautiful laptops and desktops. So they're going to send me one over. It was a bit more complicated because I'm now in Taiwan, right? And not in Germany anymore. So yeah, but it's going to happen. So I'm going to have a 5090 Beast PC. And yes, I will also like
Yeah,
use the
do
Quest
that.
3.
Do the Quest 3 with
I will
it.
do the same
Definitely.
video like you did. And I'm looking forward to it.
The thing is, like, we get this year on year, really, when Nvidia release a new crazy high spec GPU, the next generation, especially in this case, I knew what was going to happen. Like, for flat screen gaming, it's completely pointless. Just keep your 40 series card, either 4070 or
Yeah,
whatever,
right.
or the
Yeah.
AMD equivalent. But when it comes to VR, with that extra VRAM the 5090 has, as well as probably other, it's like the chipset or whatever it is, that's making it just absolutely rock at high resolution. That thing just eats high resolution for breakfast. And I think you'll really enjoy that, Seb, especially with
Right.
as I say, with the Super.
Oh yeah. I'm super going to enjoy it.
Yeah. So see what you did there. But yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So that's going to be good. And lots of headsets to try again with that super powerful 5090. So I was fine so far with my 4090 mobile with my laptop, right, which is like
Yeah.
actually only a 3090, but I did also experience that I want to have more, right? Like especially with the Meganex. Like you need more. You need more to really like get it up there where it's even sharper. Yeah.
Yeah,
So how?
especially with
Yeah.
S-Boy 3. If you're watching this, by the
Exactly.
way, what a guy. Absolutely amazing work for the
community.
community.
The community
Incredible
is
work.
unbelievable.
He has absolutely unlocked the headsets, and now it looks as sharp as it should have done all along. But in terms of like you say, running the Meganex with a 5090, if you can do that, it's phenomenal. Really, it just looks so freaking good.
Yeah, let's start to talk about the Meganex. So I really love this headset, and I still love it. And yeah, with that S-Sports driver, obviously it's even better. But I must also say that I'm not so happy about the company, about the service,
Honestly, I've been so upset about this.
Yeah.
In fact,
Okay.
I have.
So you,
we both have.
okay, yeah, but
Yeah.
So I'm really not so happy about it. So yeah, where to start? I think, honestly speaking, I don't think it was a good launch. It was a pretty bad launch, right? So
I think we can agree on that one.
they did get the headset out in time, but it was just plagued with problems. So I was happy it did work on my computer, but on some other people's computer, like when they were updating it, the headset got stuck at a certain percentage. Also, still now, the problem still exists right now. Like my teammate Marco, he just got his and he just did the firmware update. Okay, stuck at 55% or whatever. So it's good. He can still use the old firmware with that S-Boys 3 hack, and it makes everything okay. Yeah, but you should not rely on the community to make this amazing. Like I'm just thinking about some person who doesn't know about these hacks, who doesn't know. Okay, you can make this a native Steam VR headset, which is incredible, but you have to rely on the community. You have to be on some Discord servers, right? To know that. I'm just thinking about the standard guy who heard about the headset, who ordered it, who got it. Okay, probably it got stuck in the customs, like for many German customers, and then there was no official information from Shiftall what was going on, like on the communication side. Wow, they are really lacking, unfortunately. I love them. I love the team. I know them. I met TK many times. He's such a great guy and everything, but unfortunately I must say that the communication is lacking a lot, and also the yeah, like why can a community member make something like so good,
It's astonishing, isn't it?
which is better than
yeah.
the software from them, you know?
For me, like, of course, we were the first people to try this, you know, and I was very lucky that TK, he came to the UK and I had my
Yeah,
first
he
demo with it.
even came to
You
you.
know?
That's so cool.
I know,
Yeah.
and I loved it. Of course, it's micro OLED 4K, looked fantastic. And then I got the headset and it worked really well on my computer. But the trouble is, as I often say on my channel, like we can only review the hardware that's in front of us. We don't know what the customer service is going to be like, especially with a headset that is brand new and hasn't started shipping. So I really, and I'm talking to TK because, like you said, that he's a humble guy, really great guy, very enthusiastic.
He's a super nice guy,
and
definitely. Like
they all are, and I just don't understand where it's all gone a bit wrong with that, because I expected the customer service to be second to none, as the headset that I experienced was, in terms of the panel quality, everything just felt great. But I will say, guys, I will quickly mention that this headset right now, my Meganex, is currently dead. It's bricked.
Why?
So I try to update the firmware to the latest firmware.
Okay, it's got stuck at 56%.
It switched off and it's now dead. It's completely dead. And I use this all the time as well. So I'm gutted.
No. Steve,
my daily driver.
I know what's wrong. The cable is out.
Oh, damn it. Oh, should have realized that.
Yeah, no.
Such an amateur.
Yeah, you have to plug the cable back in.
I actually get one of these things, an EDL cable, which is a special cable so that I can put it into boot mode so that I can then flash the firmware. I've tried doing that. Well, I've been out on the bike all day. In fact, I came back and it was delivered. So I just tried it for the past half an hour before the show. And it just will not have it. It just keeps on booting up and cycling, and it just will not get out of that cycle. I don't know what's happened to this, but right now it's just a paperweight, which is just so sad. And I will be making a video. If I can't get this sorted, I will be warning. I mean, I can't. It's too late now. People are already buying them. But if that would have happened when I first got the headset, then I would have made a video about that immediately straight away. But it was working great. But for some reason, these updates that are coming out from the official Shiftall team, they're bricking their own headset. I don't why is that happening? And it's unacceptable.
I don't know.
It's completely unacceptable, and it's such a shame.
Exactly.
Really
yeah. So like I just said, Marco, my teammate, he just got it.
So he got his. Wow.
He just got his now, and then he made a live stream on his own channel. And the firmware update stopped. That's it. But the good thing is it still works with the old firmware and with the S-Boys 3 hack. It's wonderful, but it's just like a bad user experience. So somebody in the chat just asked, can we still recommend the headset? So just for the headset itself, it's so good. Like I love it. It is still, I can say it here again on the air, it is still the best visuals in VR right now. For me, I don't know about you, but for me, it's still
100%.
It's better than Super. It is better than any other headset. It's great. It's wonderful. So it's still the best visuals in VR. For me, I still love actually also the comfort of it. It is still the number one. But I cannot just tell people, okay, just buy it, because first of all, they can't return it. I'm still unhappy about that kind of return policy. It's not up to international standards. And then I must say, wow, like for Pimax, they are so good right now with that. You get it, okay, you have 2 weeks, you don't like it, you send it back, everybody's happy. So wow, I must say, I cannot completely recommend to buy it because of these problems. So I still hope that somehow Meganex can improve with this. Probably they find, I don't know, like local retailers that help them sell it or whatever, so people have a better return policy if something's wrong. Because especially for the Meganex, it really depends on your face shape. So I'm happy. I get super close to the lenses. So I don't have any problems with the headset. And with the S-Boys hack or driver, you even get more FOV, right? You can get more FOV. It's really good. But still, you should get closer to the lenses, right? To really enjoy it. And for some people, it will just be too small, the FOV.
It's quite funny because even though it's very comfortable for me, I do use this for 3 or 4 hours, no problem.
Yeah, it's the most comfortable headset,
I'm like,
in my opinion.
I really squeeze my
me too.
eyes, and afterwards I got this like ring round my head, my face rather. But it's
still comfortable.
It's very comfortable for me. I don't have any issues with comfort. Never have with it.
Right.
In fact, if anything, it's more comfortable now I've cut my hair because sometimes I notice with a load of hair, the back kind of starts to just rise up a little bit every now and then. I can't just put it back down again. But now it's like solid there. But I know quite a few people don't like the comfort, and I think it all depends on kind of what you're doing with it. Like for me, I'm sat down in a plane flying, I'm chilling, I'm just looking around nice and gradually. But I guess if you're in a some sort of motion rig being thrown around all over the place doing a rally stage, then maybe that strap wouldn't be so great. I don't know.
Could be.
But I can only comment on what I use it for, really, which is geeking out flying.
also, I mean, now you have much more time to fly that the high school has ended for you, right?
Yes, absolutely. Now that I've finished my A levels and everything,
the levels are
done. A year out. And, I'm loving this compliment set. Thank you.
No, you're really looking young, also with the t-shirt, the colorful, nice. I like it. But let's get back.
I love it.
So, but the thing is, so for the people who don't like the comfort of it, and for sure there are some, I also see it on the Discord server, like they can 3D print all kind of cool other head straps. I'm now into this 3D print community since I have a 3D printer now.
Cool.
It's incredible. So you can like mod all kind of cool head straps for yourself, and you can mod also the deluxe audio strap onto the Meganex, which I'm probably going to, for fun, give it a try. And so for the comfort, I believe you can find a way. So
it is a guy. That's just reminded me. There's a guy who reached out to me on the Meganex Discord, who's sending me a 3D print thing. I don't know what it is. Whatever.
A 3D
which
print,
means like an attachment so that I can put a Vive Deluxe audio strap on it. So I'm going to be doing that. Well, I would have been. I'll have to just pretend that it works or something. I don't know. I'll have to just try. Hopefully, I'll be able to get this working. Yeah, I'm going to get one of those things. In fact, I need to find
$50. Yeah, you can buy them from Amazon.com from the US.
Brilliant.
$50.
I bought. You have an affiliate link, Seb? I can use discount.
I can hook you up, definitely. Yeah.
Thank you. And then I'll be able to use that with that, and then I've integrated audio, which will be great. So
it's good. Yeah,
providing it works again. You never know. It might be it now.
Yeah, you just have to plug back the cable in, then it's gonna work.
What a frustrating little headset this is, because it has the
unfortunately.
Thing is, we all have our like things that excite us about VR, and I'm not a pro VR reviewer. I try and think about the masses and what they would like if they're playing Beat Saber or something. But essentially for me, it's about incredible sharp visuals and beautiful colors and great form factor, comfort, and it ticks all those boxes. But for some reason, it just doesn't seem to want to play ball. The software can be a pain. And of course, the lack of customer support, only these things, once they've been out for a while.
Unfortunately.
It just makes it very frustrating to recommend now, doesn't it?
But well, if you know these kind of tricks, like again, the S-Boys driver, it is so easy. It is so easy. It's so clean.
You literally drag it into your driver.
It's not even exactly. It's not even hacking. It's like, okay, you do one thing and then you're good. You start it and wow, you have a native Steam VR headset. You can use motion smoothing from Steam VR.
Motion smoothing in this, friggin' I love the motion smoothing in that. It's amazing. I just can't. I am such a geek when it comes to asynchronous space warp and all that kind of stuff. And it works so well with that. You've got it's fantastic when it works.
So it's still actually one of the best PCVR headsets right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
it's
mature somehow.
It still needs to mature a bit, and the team need to get their stuff together in terms of the firmware updates that get stuck, in terms of also the customer service, and also in terms of the return policy. I still think this is not great. Yeah,
Yeah, totally
that's
agree.
that's
Totally
that.
agree.
Yeah, right. But other than that, it's still the best visuals in PCVR in virtual reality right now, and I still love the headset. I just
It's so
wish
funny.
there was better surrounding stuff around it. Yeah,
Yeah, because I remember when the Meganex obviously came out, and then it wasn't long after that the Big Screen Beyond appeared. And it
yeah,
was like, what? And I couldn't believe it. These two headsets were just being released so close together.
exactly.
But in the end, which really surprised me, I still prefer the Meganex over the Beyond 2. And that
Yeah, me
surprised
too.
me because, in all honesty, the Beyond 2 is a better headset, really. It's a better all-round headset in the sense that it will give you a lot less problems, probably. The
Yeah.
optics are far better in the Beyond 2 as well. It's a great headset, but for me...
Second, the optics are better? What do you mean?
The lenses in the Beyond 2 are
okay.
way better than the...
Really?
yeah,
I don't
the
think they are
Meganex.
way better. I think probably they
They
are
are.
a bit
I think
better,
they
but
are.
not
No, they
way
are.
better.
This is what really I couldn't believe it. In my review, because I was so excited about the Meganex because of initially the lenses. I was thinking about the Beyond 1, thinking compared to the Beyond 1, the Meganex
Much
is
better.
absolutely way better. It's like a generational leap. And I
Right.
was kept saying all this stuff, and then like 3 seconds later, the Beyond 2 came out, and then completely was a hammer blow in terms of optics for a lot of headsets, in my opinion. Like I think what Big Screen Beyond have done with that small form factor
That's
is
great for sure. Yeah.
incredible. Really, like the optics are right up there with like the Quest, in my opinion, and far better than
I
the
think
Meganex.
actually the Quest 3's lenses are still better than the Beyond 2 lenses.
Yeah, just because of glare, probably more
The
than
glare,
anything else.
yeah,
I agree.
agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's but really the Beyond 2, exactly. When it came out, we were like, what? The Beyond 2 is out. Just the Meganex is just coming out, and now we get the next thing. Wow, there was a very exciting time.
It's
So
been like that all year, Seb. This is why the state of
Yes.
PCVR is so incredible. Like it's been
exactly.
an amazing year because even after that, then it was the Super, and then the Play
Right.
for Dream, which it's just
Exactly.
Like,
We're going to talk about it all, but let's stick with the Beyond 2 right now. So actually, like I said in the very beginning of this video, of the stream, I haven't even made the video review of the Beyond 2, but I have it
thought you
ready.
did.
No, I haven't. So you can go to mrtv.co if you want to read it. And what I'm saying is the Beyond 2 is probably the best headset for most PCVR enthusiasts, because it really is a great headset. It doesn't have these super high 4K resolution displays, but honestly, not so many people have a 59T where you can really enjoy like the super high resolutions. And that's why I mean, for most people out there who have like a 3090 or what, a 3080, this is perfect. This is so good, and it does really solve the problems of the Beyond 1, right? Actually, both are very similar, right? But it does solve the problems of the Beyond 1, which was the lenses were bad of the Beyond 1, and you cannot change the IPD at all. So it's kind of tough to sell it if you want to sell it. But now you can more easily sell it to other people if you want to sell it, because now there is IPD adjustment. Right? It's not so easy, the IPD adjustment, right? You have to have this little tool and then adjust it, but it is there, so you can do it. So yeah, it's a great little headset, and it's going to get better once we have that other head strap. You know, that
Yes,
one
the
where
Halo. Yeah.
the whole, yeah. Because right now I'm not using it so much, honestly speaking, because I'm not a big fan of that silicone thing. You know, it's still compatible with that silicone face gasket that they made for me, because after that iPhone scan, yeah, I don't like that silicone. I said that so often here on the channel. It fits, yes, it fits like a glove, perfect, but then there's no air coming to your eyes.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You know, and then it's
Totally
it's
agree.
hot here in Taiwan. I'm sweating, and then it's super uncomfortable. You know, they want to make the most comfortable headset, but then with that silicone, unfortunately, for me, it's not comfortable. So that's why it's not happening so much on the channel. You know, it's like I'm not thinking about it so much, but probably it is going to change once that holo thing comes, and then it's going to have a strap similar to the Meganex, right, where it floats in front of your eyes. So how's the feeling with you with the Beyond 2? Is it like a headset that you're using a lot, or that you can recommend to all people?
Well, I mean, yeah, I can absolutely recommend it. I mean, wow,
Yeah.
it's a phenomenal headset, really. And for most people, like you say, I think big screen, it was a genius move actually using the same panels. I know it sounds daft, but actually not focusing on the PPD war of making sure, oh, this is going to be 50,000 by 90,000 or whatever, just actually just
Yeah.
stick with a resolution we can all damn use. Do you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
actually can
Like
run
that one.
even.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. It's 2560 per eye, something like that. And just focus, pardon the pun, on the optics instead. Think about all the other things, keep that resolution, because that resolution is sharp enough. It is sharp enough. Admittedly, when you have a Meganex and you can compare it, you're like, oh, right.
Like,
Okay,
exactly.
That's the difference.
I did exactly that, the A/B comparison. And I was like,
yeah, I watched that video. It's a good video.
Damn, like, oh,
It's
no.
weird. It's such a weird thing because, like, I used the Beyond. In fact, I did post about 3 videos back to back of the Beyond 2 a few weeks ago, I think it was. And I really enjoyed it. And actually using it as my daily drive. I used it for 2 weeks solid and thought, right, I'm just going to forget about all the other headsets. Just use it. I friggin' loved it. I really enjoyed it. And I started to think, I don't need any more resolution than this. I really don't. The field of view is pretty decent.
Overlap, exactly.
For me is okay.
That's even for me, the overlap is fine. It's okay. I can get used to it.
Yeah, I get 108 degrees horizontal with that headset. That's really impressive, as well as vertical. I think it's like 100 or more. So it all makes sense. And then the funny thing is, because sometimes having all the headsets can be a pain, because I was content. I was content with my Beyond 2. I thought I'm a happy man. Yeah,
but no.
Do you know what? Today I'm just going to use the Meganex, and then oh shit, this looks so much better. And I'm like torn again. Do you know what I mean?
I had exactly the same feeling. So yes, the Beyond 2 is great, and yes, they have this bigger FOV. It's great, But then then I put back on the Meganex, and it just looks much better. The fill factor is higher, the resolution is simply better, and yeah, there you have it. So, and then for me, especially that comfort factor with the Meganex, which is simply better.
Yes.
So big screen cannot come out fast enough with that other strap, with that other holo strap. And then also, of course, with the big screen Beyond 2E with the eye tracking that we're going to check out, right? We're going to check it out with flight sims and so on and so forth. So that is also a big thing, right?
I'm not so sure. I'm not convinced whether we're going to get like dynamic foveated render with the eye tracking.
Right.
I just
That's
don't
what they said in the beginning.
You're right. Enough.
You're right. They said that in the beginning probably it's only for the social games.
Yeah, like which is such a shame.
Yeah, you're
because
right.
Just imagine 2560 per eye, 75 hertz as well, with eye tracking. Wow, that you would hit 75 frames per second all day long at full native resolution, even super sampling it in no sims. It would just be a really, really big feature. But they can only do what they can do. You're talking of like the real boundaries of what's possible in VR for that form factor right now, and I applaud them for really concentrating on the form factor and the visuals and just keeping the weight down as much as possible. And I like how the Beyond 2 is doing its own thing, even against the Meganex. It's doing its own thing, and I respect that. I think
for sure,
for most people, it is the better headset.
It's a great headset, and also it's cheaper if you already have the base stations. Or no, Meganex also needs base stations, right? So it is cheaper. It is a great headset. I hope they come out with the other Halo strap as soon as possible. And it's a headset that is right for a lot of people, It's a really, really good headset.
I did a comparison, the Beyond 2 versus Meganex. And that was such a difficult video to make because I had to really think about it. And my conclusion is, spoiler alert, is just for pretty much most people, the Beyond 2 is the winner. But for me personally, and what I like in VR and what is important to me, the Meganex is the winner. But actually, for most people, it does make sense that the Beyond 2 is the overall sort of easier to get on with headset, really, and it just works. There's no issues with it. I updated the firmware on it the other day. It was like so easy. You just press the button, boop, done.
Yeah, but that's the point. That's also really such a good point. This headset just works.
Yeah,
you don't have to get some extra software like for the Meganex, which is actually not as good as some hack that you can just use, right? Then if you don't like it, okay, you can send it back. Yes, there will be some restocking fee, which I think is a fair thing to do.
Yeah,
right.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So yeah, I agree. Like, I personally like the Meganex better for the device, but for everything around it,
yes,
yeah, Beyond 2. Yeah, Beyond 2, exactly.
Yeah, and it's
wow.
It's quite hard to.
Interesting,
it took me a long time to come to that conclusion, but
right.
that's kind of where I'm at with it. Yeah,
it's so interesting, and
how wonderful! Like, we've got these two headsets together. Already, it's fantastic.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Like, so we have such a huge choice. It's such a great choice, but it also makes it difficult for people to choose one. So that's great that they can listen to this kind of podcast where two different people like you and me, we have all the headsets, we use them, and we can share what we think. So yeah, I hope that you like this show. If yes, give it a thumbs up right now and give us a comment about what you think about our shows. Yeah, right. Yeah, so Beyond 2, really exciting headset, and congratulations to both teams. Congratulations to Shift All for the Meganex for getting it out of the door, and also congratulations to Big Screen for coming out with a big screen Beyond 2. Wow. Very cool. Very, very cool. Yeah. So, but also we have to talk about a bit that the Beyond 2 feels a bit like a Beyond 1.5, honestly speaking.
That's what I said in my review.
Right. Okay. Great. Great.
Yeah, I agree as well. Oh, it's just boring. We'll just keep agreeing with each other.
Yeah, damn. We have to fight
carry
now.
on. There will be something that will come.
We'll find something. Yeah. But because also at 90 hertz, it does scale up 1980p signal to 2560, and you do see that it does look better at 75 hertz, right? And for the Meganex, even at 90 hertz, you can just pump in the full resolution. It's more beautiful, and it is easy to see that difference. Anyways, that's the Beyond 2. Let's talk about other things. Let's see what else do we have.
We're going to talk about next.
We're going to talk about the Super. We're going to move to Pimax now.
Pimax. Well, we're going to need another 5 hours for this, I think. For this bit.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, Pimax. Wow, I don't even know how to start this discussion. It's like it never gets boring. It never gets boring with Pimax. And I can say I was recently like super angry at Pimax. I was just super angry at Pimax. Like this shit that came out. Like some employees came up with a great scheme to get positive reviews. Like if people posted some positive comments, even, or some positive reviews on forums like Reddit or whatever, they can earn points. And then they can get some free games or whatever. And it's just like it just sucks so bad, because it makes it just devaluates like all the actual reviews which are positive. Like, I really like that device. I don't need points, to say this is like a great headset, the Pimax Crystal Super. So, like, again, they love to shoot themselves into their own foot. Right? I was really angry. It's like, oh, come on, guys. Why do you need to shoot yourself in the foot? Like, everything was going so well. Like, Jaap, who's like doing lots of the videos right now and lots of the communication and the branding, he's doing such a great job. This guy's working so hard, right? And like they were on the best way to get a better image for themselves and to be more transparent, to do everything right. And then, okay, wow, the work of like half a year or whatever, or how long Jaap was on this great way, all gone. So, oh, fuck. How can it just sucks so bad. And I'm really sorry for Jaap. He's such a great guy. He's such a good guy.
He works so hard.
He works so hard. He's a humble guy, and Pimax is just so lucky, to
They
have
are.
that. I really hope that the high management understands what kind of value Jaap brings to this company. Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I don't know if for some reason the Pimax management gets to see this this podcast. I can just tell you guys, wow, you must value this guy. He is probably the most important team member of Pimax right now. So then Jaap did the right thing. He made a video. He apologized for that, and he explained that this was not sanctioned by him, also not by the high management, right? It was like a couple of team members who came up with that stupid scheme, and who just did it. And that's bad already, because it also means, all right, either these guys who did that, they shouldn't be working at Pimax, or it means there is no culture at Pimax that makes those employees understand that they should do the right thing. So one of those two things. So either Pimax doesn't have core values, or these employees didn't understand the core values. Yeah, or there are just no core values. Yeah, so they have to figure it out by themselves. So yeah. Anyways, that's that.
Yeah,
it's stupid.
Yeah, it is. I was just gutted when I heard about it, and I was so angry, and I had to make a video. Unfortunately, I'm not going to go into it too much because I feel I've already.
Okay. I think you have talked about exactly. So yeah. I haven't talked about I haven't talked about it on the channel.
Haven't. I know you haven't. So yeah.
So I just want to say
yeah. And I just will say, like, they don't need to do this, because
that's
the hardware.
That's the point.
It's fantastic.
It's good
now.
It's
like
good.
The Crystal Super is their best, I think, headset to date.
Exactly.
And
so
it is a fantastic achievement. What they'll be able to do with this headset for the price. They don't need to try and bribe anybody to say anything, because the hardware speaks for itself. But
it's a great headset. It is a great headset, and look at this audio.
I just think that's hilarious.
The audio is great. Yeah. So I think that's the point. They don't need this shit. The hardware is great. So yeah, let's forget about this shit that happened. And it's good that you talked about it. And I also needed to tell my opinion here publicly. So I'm glad that Jaap made this video, and they really, really must either change the company culture, the core values, or these employees who did this they shouldn't be working at Pimax. So that's that. Anyways, so let's talk about the Pimax Crystal Super. Yeah. So everybody was raving about it, and I also loved it, but I had like a unit with bad Mura.
Oh, yes, you did.
Can you remember? Like I was wow, everybody was loving it, and I was like, no. like I really didn't enjoy it. Whenever I was looking at some sky or some white background, the Mura was just too bad. And it turned out that I got the unit that was like one of the very first unit out of the factory that they didn't quality check it, because they directly flew that unit from the factory to Europe, because I was doing the MRTV XR hardware showcase, and it was actually a bit too early for them, but they still attended and hand carried that device to the XR hardware showcase to Germany, which is amazing. But it turned out that this unit was not so great. Yeah. So then I got a new unit. Yeah, of course, cherry picked. No, hopefully not. But it was just a unit that they would also send to the customers. And then I saw what you saw, Steve, because you got a good unit, right? Just like me now.
Yeah, I do believe that Pimax did check mine. I don't believe for a moment that it was a random one. I think they knew they were sending it to me, and
of course they look at it. It makes sense.
I do think that
we would also do that. It would be stupid not to check it, right?
And I think in some ways it kind of makes sense. It's a bit like, when you get these car reviewers, that they'll get like a car, they'll get the best version of that car to review. So it's kind of, I can understand why they would do it, but I would. But it's important for me to let people know that I think that is what it was. And I said that in my video anyway. But yeah, absolutely. Even my unit had Mura, but
mine too.
It was totally at acceptable tolerances for me.
Same for me now.
And I'm a flight simmer, obviously, so I get to look at the sky.
You're looking at the fly.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know what would be bad? It would be bad if they give us like a unit that is way better than the units from other people. You know, if it
Of
had like
course, yeah,
if it had different displays,
that's
if it
not
had
the
different
case.
lenses,
Yes.
but that's not the case. Yeah, right.
'Cause I know a lot
So
of people on my Discord have got their, well, not a lot, but there is a few people, and a few
like
people have
2
emailed
other
me as
people.
well. And a lot of them have said Mura is just not an issue at all. And I know
Yeah.
at least 2 flight simmers who actually said they don't even notice a Mura, which I think's
Okay,
wow, that's
perfect.
amazing.
That is
So
good.
clearly that shows that there are
They're
panels
doing
out
it.
there that they're
Yeah.
sending. It's not just ones for reviewers.
Exactly.
Which is
No.
fantastic.
I think if the Mura would really be a problem right now, we would know it. But because now, like, I don't know
Yeah,
how many
totally
people
agree.
have it now, but probably like hundreds. And if there really was like this quality problem now with I don't know 50% having bad panels, it would be all over at least Reddit. You know, like it would be like the main topic
Yes.
there right now. But it
Yes.
is not. So therefore, it seems like they're doing a good job. And yeah, I did my review. That review I did it, the Pimax Crystal Super review, and I also said like that is in my opinion the make or break moment now, because the Pimax Crystal Light, you know, it had lots of issues with the lenses and with
Yes.
quality control. And I can remember that you also had a bad unit, right? And you were
I did,
unhappy
yeah.
about it. And many other people had problems with the lenses. So in my super review, I said, okay, it's a make or break moment for Pimax, and they must show us now that they're really doing a better job with quality control. And so far, it seems it's working. So far, it seems it's not an issue. And
Yeah,
that's good. And that's good.
This is why it really frustrated me what happened the other day, because I can see that they really are trying, and they are trying as much as they, you know, they're listening to feedback, and they're really trying to make the best VR headsets that they possibly can. And the Super, it shows. I really do feel it shows. It's not perfect at all. There never is a perfect VR headset, of course. And yeah, it's a great device, especially with those ridiculous speakers. What on earth?
Oh my god, I love it so much now. It's really better. Also the comfort, because now you're finally really completely back in VR. Like you are in that thing. It's good.
It's quite shocking actually, because I did a session the other day where I like to just piss around doing this. I was in the Meganex for an hour, then I quickly swapped to the Super, which is like completely obviously different in terms of size, but I was really surprised with the comfort of the Super going straight from the Meganex. I was like, actually, this feels all right. It doesn't feel as ridiculous as it probably looks on my head. Actually, it feels really comfortable. But I prefer the top strap. I really do think that's a great little addition.
Okay.
It's a pain in the arse to put on, by the way. And if any of you guys have tried to put the top strap on, it's got the tiniest little screws you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah, right.
Like torture trying to put them in. But once it's, you know, secured, it is a very, very comfortable headset, and I can run it, can wear it for 3 hours. And I noticed there's a little bit of there's a fan in the Super that you can feel ever so slightly. And I'm a big fan of fans.
Yeah, you're a big fan of the fun.
Yeah, because you don't notice that first like hour of flying or whatever you're doing, you don't notice it. But then you start to get a little bit hot. You can just feel a little bit of a brush of air, and it just keeps you nice and ventilated.
It's good. It's good. Yeah, I know. I don't even need that top strap. I think.
Oh, you don't have it on yours?
For me,
yeah,
this is enough.
No, I think it makes a big difference for me. Because how I wear it, I'm kind of like a lot of the weight.
Your speakers are so tiny.
It's like they are. They look like
it's
last
like
gen Pimax.
Wow, last gen DMAS. Wow, ridiculous.
But yeah, and you can see like it look how balanced. I'm just doing that with my thumb, and it is a very balanced, reasonably balanced. Considering
for me, this is too hard. Yeah.
Really?
For me, for me, it's too hard.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
my sensitive head doesn't like it.
Yeah, so I just feel like in terms of comfort, it is actually very, very good. And it's convinced me, this headset has convinced me to go back to a larger headset again, when I really thought, once the Meganex and the big screen beyond came out, like I'm never going to go back to a large headset ever again. But in fair play to Pimax, with the combination of there's a lot to talk about with the Super, because the combination of that field of view, which is
great,
really good, 126 degrees.
Yeah, I love it.
And then, of course, the warping profile, which
it's so good.
wow,
It is so good.
Really,
this is so
really
much
good.
better than on the Meganex. On the Meganex, in the outer peripheral area, you do see warping. You know, for me, it's not a problem because I'm so close to the lenses, I don't even see it. But yeah, there's still some inconsistencies, right? But here, I don't see any kind of problem for the distortion profile with the Super. And they've just done such a great job. I can remember I was at CES and I was telling the world, the Super sucks.
Thank God you did that.
You remember?
I think that's what made
probably
them...
that helped. Probably that
I think
helped.
so. I do think
probably
so.
that did help. It was ridiculously bad at CES, the distortion profile, right? But yeah, now it's so good. So they've done a great job. And let's also talk what's great about the Super. Yeah, the FOV, just like you mentioned. Then
It's
together with the brightness, and then the resolution. Yeah, 3840 by 3840. It's just fun. It's just fun. It's connected to my computer now, which means something. You know, I like to be in that headset. I'd like to be in that headset and to do stuff. I even play 2D games now with virtual desktop, like I'm playing right now Doom, The Dark Ages, which is like a shooter.
Yes,
it's a great shooter. It's a fantastic shooter, and I'm playing that in virtual desktop, like in a cinema. I'm sitting in a cinema, in a virtual cinema. I'm playing that.
I should try that because
it's amazing. And
I'm
then
into Assassin's Creed at the moment, Shadows, and actually in this. Oh, especially with today.
and then
I don't care how many times you show me those speakers.
Yeah, because it's so
make me laugh.
Because now it's just like the sound.
The headset, man. Like they're bigger than these.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you're shooting something right now, it's just so cool.
Hey, guys in the chat. Hey, buddy. Thank you for all your work and virtual desktop. It's absolutely phenomenal piece of software. I just can't believe that. I mean, I get it. Obviously, all the bass is
it's great
being captured and then fed back into your ears. I get it.
It's great. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does that make you really hot? Like.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's really okay. Hi, Guy. We're going to talk about virtual desktop later in this stream. Yeah. So yeah, wow. So the Super, really super nice FOV, good brightness, good good comfort even, which is crazy. Even though it's a 1 kilogram headset. Yeah, I can wholeheartedly recommend it, I must say. And I was scared about the overlap, but actually the overlap is fine. Like, because it's so bright, I don't even see these areas that don't overlap. You know, it doesn't have a great overlap in terms of percent, which again, for me, is the most important in binocular overlap, because I do see the areas that don't overlap. They are in other headsets like the Quest 3, they're just very dark. And then the area that does not overlap, this being darker than the rest, which does overlap, that just shows me, okay, you're looking through two different lenses. Something's up. And that's so much better in the headsets with a high percentage overlap. Again, percentage, yes.
So, percentage is important.
Like for example, the Pico 4, where you have like nearly 100% overlap, I don't see the areas that don't overlap. And that's the point. And that's why, for me, percentage is more important than degrees, just to let you know again. I know there's always some keyboard warriors who go like, no. But it's like this. Like, for example, because the Pico 4 and the Super, they have the same degrees overlap. They have like 103 degrees overlap.
Yeah,
but the percentage of the Pico 4 is like 100%, and the percentage of the Super is like 75 or something, whatever. And yeah, the overlap is not as good as the Pico 4. It's just a percentage. So yeah, anyways, the overlap is still fine with the Super. I really enjoy this headset so much. So yeah, it's a winner. It's a really, really a winner. And if people are wondering, should I get it? Should I upgrade from some other headset? Like, yes, it's good. It really is good.
Especially when I think it's insane that not only that, you know, in terms of its high-end specification, like you're talking of the same panels as the Varia XR4, but they're also offering a 14-day trial, which I can't believe they can do that. But yeah, I mean, wow, it's a win-win, really. If you don't like it, send it back, you know, or replace it. Like,
yeah, that's a really.
You're going to be. I think it's a definite that when you get this headset, you're going to be happy, because if you're not, you're going to get your money back. So
It's
Yeah,
a no-brainer. It's really a
it's kind of a
no-brainer.
no-brainer, really. Yeah,
And that's
absolutely.
why it's kind of easy to recommend to get the Super as compared to the Meganex, even though the Meganex is so good.
I
Yeah, but you
know.
can't but you can't be sure. Okay, are my eyes in the position where they can get close enough to the lenses to enjoy the FOV and not feel it's too small, right? If not, then you're kind of stuck with the headset. Will it run? Can I do the firmware update? Blah blah blah. So yeah, that's why it's so easy to recommend the Pimax Crystal Super. And also, that's the point. Even when your eyes are not like like our eyes where we can get close to the lenses, even for people who have the eye sockets like deep in the skull, they can still enjoy the Pimax Crystal Super because of the big FOV. It's really easy to recommend
It's funny
the
because
Crystal Super.
That's where we do differ is binocular overlap, and that's just because
Yeah.
for some reason it doesn't bother me so much as it does you.
Yeah.
Although I do appreciate it when I see it,
Yeah.
like with the
Okay.
Meganex, when I look really far left and far right, it's just one lens, and I do
Yeah.
appreciate that. That I do like that, but at the
You
same
feel
time,
more present. It's more real, in my opinion.
yeah, I get that. But at the same time,
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it doesn't have a huge effect for me when, like, say, the XR4, which you couldn't stand with the overlap, and even the Quest 3's got a bad overlap.
Yeah, it's okay.
I just don't really have an issue. So I'm wondering,
because you're looking at the sky. You're mostly
I'm
looking
just
at
too
the sky.
busy, just like,
No. I mean, like you're looking at the sky,
Maybe it's my use
which is
case.
like it's like the
Maybe.
same color, and okay, it's
I
still
dunno.
3D. But I also like to enjoy like shooters. And then if I hold
Okay.
if I hold the weapon
you're
like this,
you're darting your eyes around
yeah,
a lot more.
exactly.
Aren't you?
If I hold the weapon like this and I can only see the gun with my right eye and not with my left eye, there's something wrong.
Right.
Like so I believe it's probably because you're more of a flight simmer and you see less of a shooter or something, Could
Possibly.
be. But possibly, yeah.
I know
Anyways.
even more serious than just in not feeling immersive is the eye strain that it could cause with a bad binocular overlap if you're sensitive to it. And that's something you're not going to know unless you do a decent session. And I have done a really long session in the XR4 and the Quest where it's not a very good overlap, and I still don't have an issue. So maybe I'm just lucky on that one. But this is what I'm finding interesting, because I'm quite excited to try the ultra wide.
Let's talk about the ultra wide.
Yeah,
the mode. You mean the mode or the new module?
Sorry, not mode. I can't say that now because that's obviously not a thing now, is it? Which really surprised me.
They're still going to do
is it still going to be a mode?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Good. Thank God for that, because
that
was another thing that I was a bit worried about. I'm glad they're going to do a mode, because that is kind of like, oh damn it, because you did promise it. You need to get that in there. But the actual optical engine, the 140 degree, is it? That, I think the figures for it. I think that might actually work out for me. And I'm not a field of view guy. I'm not at all. I'm more of a clarity guy. That's why I like the Meganex. I can trade that field of view for micro OLED 4K. Absolutely. Doesn't bother me. But I must admit, because I don't mind binocular overlap so much, and because the crystal is already super sharp anyway, it might, I don't know, I think I might like it, but I don't know, who knows until I see it. But I do remember you remember the wide field of view lenses of the
this is
crystal?
what I hated them. Wow.
Oh,
I was feeling like, wow, they're hurting my eyes.
My review of that was awful. I was just like, no, these are just terrible. And I couldn't be in them for any more than 5 minutes. My eyes really hurt.
Let's just officially tell people what we're talking about right now. So probably some people who don't really follow everything, they don't know what we're talking about. So right now we both have the Pimax Crystal Super 50 ppd version. And the interesting part about the Super is that it's modular. So actually I could take out the module here and exchange it with some other module, right? And then that's a pretty interesting kind of concept. So you could get a completely different headset by simply exchanging the module. Take it out here now and then put it in. So we have the 50 ppd module, which gives us like a very high clarity and also like a good FOV of 126 horizontal. But Pimax is Pimax, and people have not even received this 50 ppd headset yet, and they already came up with something new. And that is a new module. It's the Ultrawide Module, which uses the same panels and the same lenses, only putting them in a slightly different position to maximize FOV to 140 degrees, while like sacrificing the binocular overlap quite a bit, as it seems. Like, I haven't seen the module yet, but they're going to send me the thing, and actually they're also going to send it to you, Steve.
Yes.
Not sure they will, right? Yeah, okay. So we're going to see that module, and they're going to sacrifice the binocular overlap quite a bit for getting a wider FOV, 140. Yeah, I'm looking forward to try it. I'm looking forward to try it. I think it's bold from them that they're sending it to Mr. Binocular Overlap to me. Because when they sent me the wide FOV lenses, I destroyed them. You
same
too,
here.
right?
I
You too.
did, yeah.
Well, it was just so bad, and then they stopped to produce them. I think I don't know.
They did, yeah,
So
they did.
so anyways, yeah. But I'm looking forward to try it out. I also like a big FOV, like everyone else does. But I just hope they are not going to sacrifice too much binocular overlap. It's too obvious, like it was in the XR4. Like, again, where I was in Half-Life Alyx holding the gun like this, and I can only see the gun in my right eye and not in my left eye. Sucks. But yeah, but probably for applications like flight simming, it might be incredible. Actually, it just might be the right thing to get. It's amazing to have a wide field of view, right?
I'll put it this way: if I
the
try
immersion.
them and I have an issue with the overlap, then you know it's bad.
Yeah,
So
that's for
let's
sure.
see.
That's
Let's
for sure.
see.
So I'm looking forward to find out what we think. So, like always, it's a bit complicated with Pimax, right? You're looking forward to receive your 50 PPD lenses, and then there's
know.
something even better. Like, oh, come on, guys. Come on. Can't you think about these kind of things like before? Like, it's just annoying, in my opinion. Like,
I just feel possibly they've decided to do this because people are starting to question, like, well, the Pimax Dream Air is probably going to have a
That's the point.
half decent field of view.
That's the point.
What's the point of the Super then? So they're
That's
making
the
the
point.
Super as wide as possible to really
in this
distinguish
context,
the
it makes
difference.
sense. In this context,
think-
it makes absolutely
it's
sense.
Probably the
That's
main
the
reason
point.
why they've done it.
That is the point. That is the point for sure. I agree with you. So yeah, exactly. So ultra wide, interesting. We're going to check it out. Hopefully it's good. And I believe, yeah, you should absolutely wait until Steve and I have checked it out, right? That's for sure. So I think actually the 50 ppd version is so good already. It's already so good.
I personally feel, you may disagree, but I just think they should have just scrapped the optical engine thing and just gone with a 50 ppd super.
Yeah, of course.
Job done.
Of course. That I totally agree with you. I absolutely agree with you.
Yeah,
like, yes, make it simpler. Like, just have the 50 ppd super. It's incredible. That is our headset. That is the one to buy. We're supporting it. Probably there's some wide FOV mode where simply the lenses move.
Yes, still have that.
If you really want to do it, and that's it, no confusion. Everybody knows which headset to buy. That's it. If you have too many choices, people will not buy, or they will wait. And yeah, so just do it like Valve has done it. Only one Valve index. It's there since so many years. It's great. People still buy it. They know this is the one to get.
There's less moving parts. There's less things to go wrong. It's easy for them to produce. It's easy for the consumers to understand. I just feel the main reason, like I say, is because of the Dream Air. It's kind of like encroaching on that style of headset, and people are going to be like, well, you're talking of, say, 10, 15 degrees more field of view or less field of view. It's like, well, I might as well go for the better form factor. So it's, and I've got a feeling, I mean, the Dream Air, if because you have tried it, obviously.
I've tried a prototype, an early prototype,
and
which
you were
was
really
good.
impressed with it already.
Oh, yeah, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
I would love to, because I'd love to know more about, you know, obviously it was a while ago now, but in terms of the lenses, that was something that you was very excited about. And that to me is like, oh, really? So what we're talking about, a Meganex with better lenses here?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you know, with Pimax XR as well and better software, that is quite exciting, to be fair.
Exactly. So for all of our viewers who don't know what we're talking about next, it's the Dream Air.
I keep doing this, don't I? I'm so sorry.
So it's a micro OLED headset from Pimax that they have announced in January. And at that time, they said, okay, it's going to be ready in May. Yeah, now it's May, and yeah, what did we see? We
31st of
saw,
May.
yeah, we saw, yeah, it's not even the 1st of May. It's like late May, June, and what we saw, Marco and me, we saw an early prototype, that did not have the tracking, right? It didn't have the camera-based inside-out tracking, and it didn't have eye tracking yet. So the only thing that was there was the optical stack, basically, and like 3D OF tracking, so that we could use it. So yeah, so we did see the optical stack, and we saw the lenses and the panels. And the panels are not the Meganex panels, not from BOE, but they use the new Sony 4K micro OLED panels. And yeah, they look good. Yeah,
Good.
so they look really good, and we were absolutely impressed by the visuals. And the optical stack, it is truly always the combination of panel and lenses, which in combination make the optical stack either amazing or not so amazing. Yeah, can you remember the Vive Pro 2? It had a great panel, but the lenses were just bad. So no. But here, great panel. The 4K micro OLED panel from Sony is really good. And then the lenses, man, I'm telling you, we were surprised. The best pancake lenses that Marco and me had ever seen. These lenses
than the Beyond
are
2?
better than the Beyond 2 and better than the Quest 3.
Holy shit!
Exactly.
Okay,
that is crazy.
I mean,
so
I'm excited then.
yeah,
I'm very excited to try that.
So yeah, you just watch. You've probably watched our video when you saw our first reaction. Yes, it's like, what? So these lenses are truly good, and it was so surprising. How can Pimax suddenly come up with the best pancake lenses that I've ever seen? It's like, what's going on?
Something I did earlier.
Yeah. We got something. We were cooking this for the last 5 years, and it turns out they have been working on pancake lenses for years.
In some ways, I kind of get it, actually, because I know that Pimax have a tendency to show things too early, but maybe in some ways, if they really have been working on this for 5 years, okay, the actual optics.
For years, yeah.
And then suddenly the Beyond 2 comes out and Meganex are like, oh, come on, we've got to show this off. I kind of almost understand that from that point of view. But something does seem to be going on with Pimax when it comes to lenses, that they seem to have got really amazing all of a sudden. So something's changed. They've got someone, they've employed someone. I don't know what's happened.
It's good.
But they've got their own magic sauce going on, and they need to keep that secret, because I think, like I say, with the spheric lenses, the Super, they are the best spheric lenses by
They are
far.
great. They are so good.
If they can
no
do
distortions.
And if you're saying the same about the Dream Air, then something's going on there. Like
they have great
something.
lenses. They have great lenses.
Hit some magic formula.
It's so funny. It's so funny. And then we tried it, and then I put it on, like, it had a huge FOV. It's like what? It's like what? It had like 120. It was close to the Super. It was absolutely insane. It was like this little headset. Like, what? So I was directly thinking, okay, why do I have the Super at home? I want this.
Exactly. Yeah, you got this massive thing on your head.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I have this massive thing with that massive speakers. It's like okay. Everyone will want to have the Dream Air now, and nobody wants the Crystal Super anymore. And then they very, very quickly told me, Sebastian, no, we will not have this FOV. No. We're aiming for 105 degrees FOV, horizontal. And we're going to give you a great binocular overlap, which is so interesting. You were
like, but we could have a crap binocular, but I can have 180 degrees.
Exactly. Exactly. Never being satisfied. No. So that was interesting to see, because the clarity, it just looked as good as we know it from the Meganex, but with a huge FOV. It's like, okay, this is the headset that everybody wants. Yeah, but no, they said like, no, 105 degrees now. And it definitely it is, because exactly what you said, they don't want to cannibalize the Super.
Yes,
You,
I
you
mean,
know,
that
and
would be a disaster, really, to be fair. Like, because the thing is,
exactly.
the Dream Air is coming up to be one hell of a device, because you've also got eye tracking and using the lighthouse, not lighthouse, inside out tracking to
Exactly, camera-based
have
inside out tracking.
some form of hand tracking as well.
Exactly.
Form factor, micro OLED, decent field of
It's
view.
just
Like,
many people will want it.
yeah,
Many people will want it, right? So yeah, but I have to say, of course, it was absolutely sacrificing the binocular overlap. But yeah, we were in DCS, and I also didn't mind it so much, honestly speaking, right? In DCS, you see the sky and you see the wide FOV. It was good, but they don't want to cannibalize it. It makes sense. Hopefully, they'll find some healthy compromise, whereas perhaps 110 degrees, right? It would be a first that they advertise a lower FOV than they actually give us. That would be pretty amazing. They would be a first for Pimax,
completely the opposite way around now. Yeah,
exactly. So yeah, but it was a really, really good demo. But also it was an early prototype. And again, it has always been this problem with Pimax that they're advertising something too early, probably in order to prevent others from buying other headsets, which I don't like this kind of style.
It's pretty
aggressive. Like very aggressive. Like they came up with that Pimax Dream Air SE version, which has the Beyond 2 panels. Yeah, so that people will not pre-order the Beyond 2. Yeah, it's I don't like this kind of style. And if I was the CEO of Pimax, which I only was for one day on April the 1st, self-declared, then I would not do that. I would simply not do that. It's not the right style. So yeah.
I agree with that, and I also don't really like how when on these presentations how they mention their other competitors and sort of say, you know, this is better than the Beyond, this is better than blah blah blah. Just you don't need to do that, really. Like, and people aren't really going to believe you anyway. They need to see proper reviews and comparisons from people who have the headset. Right. You know, yeah, you can check, you can do all the spec sheets and stuff, but as we know, specifications of VR headsets only tell half the story anyway. You know, I think I totally agree. I think it is very aggressive. I mean, that SE version is like $899, I think it is, or something. I can't remember.
It has a great price,
so
and
I believe the Beyond.
I believe it will come out, and it all makes sense. I just hope that it's going to really come out in time. Yeah, you know, like again in January they have said that the Dream Air comes out in May. Okay, in May comes. It's just like an early prototype, you know. And now they say, okay, the Dream Air SE comes out in Q3. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I hope it comes out in Q3, but I'm not so sure about it. You know, like.
It's very messy. Very messy.
Yeah, I see that more coming out in Q1 2026. You know, so I don't like this kind of style of talking about this headset and promising it just so other people are not going to buy the competition. You know, that's bad.
I must say, actually, the company that has impressed me the most in terms of their professionalism is Big Screen, because the way they went,
they're really good.
Absolutely. They went about the Beyond 2 launch they kept everything so tight, and just announced it when it was ready. And they could have said something when the Meganex, you know, was
exactly, but they didn't.
But they let Shift have their light, you know,
their
light
moment
in the sun sort of thing.
For
their moment.
2 weeks.
Yeah, I know. but it was always going to unfortunately play out that way, really. But you know, I just feel, and that they're just a lot more understated and allow the hardware to do the talking. And I think Pimax need to do that a bit more.
Yeah, right.
And just announce things once they're ready, or at least to a point where they are, you know, it's solid and they can give you a firm date. You know, because
exactly,
it's just old news now, isn't it? And we all know it's never going to be on time. None of this stuff is.
Exactly. So that's the sad part, in my opinion. In my opinion, Pimax with their hardware, they could be ruling PCVR. They could be much more successful, right? But with these little scandals, with telling people wrong launch dates, it just gives the whole thing a bad feeling. And if they can get rid of this, wow, they could rule it. Yeah, so probably I do need to apply for that CEO role to make Pimax great again. Yeah, it would be
People
fun.
believed you on that. That's so
well,
funny. There's so many people.
People
They still
still
believe
think
you, actually.
people
Yeah.
still like I had a super angry comment like on my German videos. Yeah, but you're the CEO. And then and then I told him, hey, this was an April Fool's joke, right? It was in
Oh man.
just read the comments, like it was like out very fast that it was a joke, right? No, a bad joke. Yeah.
Oh, how can you not believe that?
Yeah, but it seems like I was really like serious enough when I made the announcement on 1st of April. I love it.
Is it still on your channel? Did you get rid of it?
Yeah, of course.
It's still on there.
It's still there. You should watch
great.
it. It was it's so funny. I'm going to rewatch it after this, like how I told people I'll be the CEO. Yeah.
In all seriousness, though, you do have a good business head, and I think you probably would be really good as the CEO of Pimax.
I really think I could turn it around. I really think I could do it, but it would be very stressful. Yeah. Anyways, yeah. So that is the Dream Air, and the Dream Air SE. Looking forward to it. It's interesting, right? It's actually exactly what people want. It has eye tracking. It costs $899. At least the version with Lighthouse. They're also going to have a more expensive version with camera-based inside-out tracking, which even more people will want, right? Who don't want to have the base stations. Yeah, it might be the headset for many. So yeah, looking forward to that. Looking forward that this is going to come out hopefully in Q3, at least the Dream Air SE, which I believe is going to come out earlier, they said. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, so Pimax, they have all the potential to make it to the top if they stop shooting themselves in the foot. Right?
Yes, I totally agree. It's kind of like 2 steps forward, 1 step back at the moment, which is probably better than before, but still, like, just knuckle down. Just allow the headsets to do the talking now, because you're making a great headset. You're making the Super is fantastic.
Super is amazing.
Device.
Agreed.
Agreed. And I'm very excited about what they can do with the Dream Air. Absolutely, but just take your time. Obviously, don't also overpromise, too much. Right. I know you're already doing all these things, but just come on, let's just be realistic with it all. And don't announce anything else that's new, please.
No,
for God's
exactly.
sake.
That's it
just
now.
Leave it now.
Stop announcing headsets. It's enough now with the Ultrawide Module and whatever they have now. Anyways, let's talk about one more headset before we call it a day. And that is truly my surprise headset of 2025 so far. It is the Play for Dream. Here you see it. It's a standalone headset. And it has the same 4K micro OLED panels like the Meganex. But it is a standalone headset. And it has a really good operating system, which is very close to what you see with the Apple Vision Pro. It works fantastically. And it is actually also, it comes with controllers. That's a big difference as compared to the Apple Vision Pro. It comes with pretty good controllers that work very well. And it has color pass-through. It has eye tracking. It has basically all the bells and whistles. And you can do PCVR streaming. And that is actually the exciting part of it. Like for the other stuff, their standalone store, they have games and more and more games are coming. But if you want standalone games, you get the Quest 3. That's the point, right? Because they have so many more games and it's just better. But for PCVR enthusiasts who are watching our channels, this might actually be, it might be a pretty good option, and I hope that you're going to get it soon as well. I know that you don't have it yet, but I hope that you're going to get it really soon, right?
Yeah, hopefully it should be.
Oh, I don't hear you. Why don't I hear you? It's probably is it my
Can you not hear
headset?
Me? I think.
Do people hear Steve, or is it me?
I don't know. I think. I think I'm still.
People.
My microphone. Yes. Hey, it's live. You see, guys. I told you.
I can people in the chat. Can you hear both of us, or can you not hear?
Let me just maybe on. Hang on. I can hear you, Seb. We'll do it. We'll just chat like this instead.
Please tell us what's going on. Both of then it's my problem. It's my problem.
How
so
strange.
Steve, say something in the next 1 minute, please.
I'm just going to make it really awkward and not talk. But yeah, no, it's in all seriousness, I am really looking forward to trying the Play for Dream VR headset. It's finally coming. I think really, for me personally, I'll say this to Seb when he can hear me, but for me, the DisplayPort thing is a niggle, a massive niggle. I am a DisplayPort snob, so I'm hoping. But the thing is, with virtual desktop, that is a big deal because I am a massive fan of the Quest 3 with virtual desktop. So I'm thinking here, Meganex lenses with, virtual desktop goodness, SSW, the rest of that, all that fantastic software support. It could be something very special. So yeah, can you hear me, Seb?
I can hear you. Yeah,
you can hear me. What happened there?
Yeah. I was using my AirPods, but my Apple AirPods, but they were out of energy.
That's why.
Yeah, exactly.
People can still hear us okay and stuff. I was just saying, I am really excited to receive it, and hopefully it shouldn't be too long now. My only reservation is obviously I'm going to say the same as, in fact, Marco said the same. I remember now about the DisplayPort. Obviously, I'm a bit of a DisplayPort snob, but I'm not so concerned about that now because obviously now with virtual desktop getting involved,
that's the point.
That's changed things quite a bit.
That is the point.
I know what it's like with the Quest 3. So with Meganex panels with virtual desktop, that could actually be something very good.
Exactly. It was already pretty good before with ALVR, but there was still some kind of pain point. It was not perfectly smooth. Now this has virtual desktop. And how Guy is doing his software magic, which is incredible. So now I don't feel latency. It's just the same feeling like on the Quest 3. And if you enjoy Quest 3 with virtual desktop, if you think the streaming is good enough, okay, now you can have it with 4K micro OLED panels.
Yes.
You can have it with eye tracking. You can enjoy VR chat with eye tracking and probably DFR as well, because it simply gives the eye tracking to the PC. So okay, it is a really it's a real contender now. It is a real contender.
Well. Like, of course, with VDXR, like virtual desktop's OpenXR integration, that means the eye tracking will work in the flight sim as well.
Exactly.
Cool.
So now you're getting a headset which has 4K micro OLED panels, the same like in the Meganex. So with the same fill factor that we enjoy, but giving us a bigger FOV. So it has like a FOV of like 105 degrees horizontally, but now there was an update, a firmware update, and now it has 110. Now it has 110 degrees FOV, and it still has like an 84% overlap. It still has an 84% overlap, and I haven't made a video. Like I told you, I'm like busy becoming a father really soon, but I would be all on it if I was in my normal mode, and so probably I'm going to make this video. I have to make a video.
I would love you to prioritize that, Seb. It's more important than the baby thing. Come on, sort it out. It's virtual desktop.
Exactly. I should make that video. I will make that video for sure, because now there's even going to be another version of virtual desktop, because the version that is out right now, it has the same modes like the Quest 3 version. It's basically the same, so also like godlike and stuff, but not really making use of the additional resolution that the Play for Dream actually has. But now I haven't installed it yet, but Guy gave me that alpha version of the new version of virtual desktop, which has a new mode that is even more godlike compared to godlike, which has a high resolution. And wow, even now the current one, which just has the godlike resolution like the Quest 3, it looks way better than on Quest 3, obviously, right, because of the 4K micro OLED panels. But it's even going to get better.
I'm so intrigued to see what is it like? Yeah, obviously with that lack of DisplayPort, but you've got virtual desktop doing its magic.
Yeah.
What is it? What is the difference actually going to be like between the Meganex and this in terms of like just pure clarity and just, you know, visual fidelity? Obviously, you are probably still going to lose a little bit, but is it really going to be enough now at this point? Could this be the first headset that I actually really enjoy using?
But you enjoy the Quest 3, right?
No, I mean as my own personal. I love the Quest 3, of course I do. But for flight simming, I you know, when I'm doing it on my own, I always choose a DisplayPort connection headset, really,
right.
because it just the clarity is so much better, obviously, and just you can really tell. I personally, I'm very picky with the visual.
I totally get you,
and I can see some compression. I can often see it.
Wow, but I must say, like for Quest 3 and virtual desktop, I hardly see it.
Yeah,
it is
I know.
So good.
It's only when it's dark.
It is so
dark
good.
Scenes
yeah,
for me,
yeah,
I
right.
can see it.
Yes.
I notice it there, but because of the OLED blacks, oh wow! I must admit, I am really intrigued to see what this is going to be like. It could be a surprise headset for me as well.
This is a really big surprise, but yeah, it's not perfect yet. It is not perfect yet. Like there's some problems with the eye tracking. So in the version that I have now, sometimes it happens when I was not in VR mode, but I'm in 2D mode in order to play Doom. Yeah, I really like Doom Dark Ages. Like then I look around, and then like the whole picture will move around with my eyes. So there's still something wrong with the eye tracking. So it's I told the team about this, and they are aware of it, and they will fix it. And I got a new alpha version now from Guy. Thanks for sending it over, which I will test out. So it's still not perfect yet. And also, I must say, even though everything sounds so perfect, one thing is not perfect. Of course, there's always something. Unfortunately, the lenses are not as good as the lenses of the Beyond 2 or the Meganex. So there is glare.
Oh, okay.
But the glare is not as bad as in the Beyond 1. The glare is like in the Pico 4, if you remember that. So yes. Yeah, there is glare for sure. And but another problem, which for flight sims wasn't a problem for me.
Oh, sorry, dogs are going crazy. Carry on talking for a minute.
Yeah. So
here.
in flight sims and actual games, it was not a problem for me. But if you want to read text and if you want to work with it, probably one problem that there is with the lenses, you have chromatic aberrations of the hell. You know, so really, like, okay, wow, like super rainbowy. It's
really?
Super rainbowy. Yeah, unfortunately, in the peripheral vision. Like some white text with black background suddenly becomes like a rainbow text. So yeah, that really is unfortunately one of the problems of the Play for Dream.
Could that be sorted in software? I mean, obviously it can be to a certain degree.
Actually, yes.
Yeah, with CA.
Yeah, actually, yes. In the operating system, they have different ways actually to get rid of chromatic aberrations, and I already have activated these anti-chromatic aberration mode, which takes more power, more processing power from the device, and it makes it look much better. If I would not have turned this on, there would be even more chromatic aberrations. So yes, you can, to a degree, get rid of those chromatic aberrations with software. But in virtual desktop, I still saw quite a bit of chromatic aberrations. Okay, here Guy is writing. Chromatic aberration issue is only with the 4K mode, however.
Oh, okay.
With the 3K mode. Okay, yeah, that's what exactly.
Okay,
exactly. So that's the thing. You can change modes, and you can use that 4K mode in the device, and then chromatic aberrations get way better. Agreed, Guy. That's a good point. That's a very good point. Yeah.
Oh, damn, that's like. Oh, it's like there's always something in there to kind of like, you know, but no, some of that hopefully can be adjusted somewhat anyway.
Yeah, and so you can like he said, like if you turn it to 4K all the time, which is very which is very battery consuming, then it's better. So yeah, so
We
also
need to
like
find a
the,
way of sort of powering the headset so it sort of stays at a reasonable charge as well. Whether there's a way of actually you're right on that already. Will that actually work? Okay.
yeah, absolutely.
So you can
So
basically just keep swapping batteries and
yeah,
then
yeah,
kind of
of
carry
course.
on. Yeah,
So I've solved this.
that was
I've
good
solved
timing.
this.
It's almost like we scripted that for a moment there.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So I've solved that battery problem. But if you have not solved this, oh yeah, you get an hour out of it probably. Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, that's not good
Mm.
enough for me. Absolutely not. So there is going to be
So
some drawbacks. Absolutely.
yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Okay.
But other than that, wow, this is like a surprise headset of 2025 for me so far. Really good.
I
Yeah.
wonder if, because I've got an AMVR cable for the Quest 3 that keeps it like it's a really powerful.
Ah, yeah. Okay. This one you can
Yeah.
also use it probably. Yeah.
I wonder if that would help, sort of mitigate some of that charge and sort of slow it down a bit and get more juice out of it. I'll have
Probably.
to just, sort
I
of mess
haven't.
around with
Yeah.
it when I get it.
Yeah. I'm now happy here with my double Bobo, and then one is gone. I just exchanged.
Yeah,
them.
that's
Everything's
enough
good.
anyway. Really, that's more than enough, isn't it?
Bobo has
So-
done a great job on these. Yeah. So really, and especially now that virtual desktop is out there for the Play for Dream. Yes, it is truly an option for people who want to have those 4K micro OLED panels. So it still doesn't look as good as the Meganex because it doesn't have DisplayPort. But thanks to virtual desktop, yeah, it's great. And I haven't even tried that new, better than godlike mode. So Guy just today sent me the file, and I am going to check it out. Probably I'm going to be blown away. That's the feeling that I have. So
that sounds amazing, like godlike
yeah.
mode plus or something. Like, wow,
yeah,
my 5090 is ready for that.
yeah. I'm really glad that I'm going to get that 5090 Beast PC. So yeah, but I must also say again, just like what I said in the very beginning, is the Play for Dream 1,500 euros better than the Quest 3? No. Like for most people, no. The Quest 3 has better lenses. It's still good and not 1,500 euro worse than the Play for Dream. But is the Play for Dream better? So for people, for enthusiasts, like yes, right? But it's just like the next step. For people who want the next step, who always want to have the best, they can consider it. For most people, Quest 3, really.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it makes sense. Yeah, the Quest 3 is just one of those headsets you always come back to. Even I come back to it, and I love it.
It's a
And
great
every time,
headset.
especially if I go traveling or I'm, just fancy playing some games with friends or whatever, and the odd flight where I just fancy being wireless and I just want an hour flight sightseeing or something, and it does everything really, really well. And it's quite scary how good it is, really.
Yeah, it's really incredibly good. So people who are new to VR and watching this for some reason, yeah, you can just get this. Like Steve and I absolutely recommend the Quest 3.
It's a no-brainer.
It's a no-brainer.
Like you say, everyone should start with a Quest 3.
I agree.
Quest 3S,
I absolutely agree.
Because I think the ease of use, just to do how quickly you can get into VR and have a great time, that's the most important thing when you're new to VR, is to have those, those first experiences and they be enjoyable. You don't want to be messing around with swapping files, config files, updating firmware and getting frustrated. It's going to leave a bad taste in your mouth about how VR can be when it works and when everything, is just, communicating together. It's just an amazing experience. And in fact, funny enough, I have been trying out a couple of flight sims in the Quest 3 recently. There's one called Dawn of Jets. I did get a software key for it. I was supposed to show it on the channel. I haven't, just lack of time. But I must admit, there was something about just being in my living room, just chilling, and then just switching the Quest on and switching this on. I don't have to worry about settings or like performance. And the hand controls all work with the cockpit, and I was just flying around and stuff. And it was just a really relaxing time. And it was all powered by the Quest. And that's someone who's a hardcore flight sim nerd. I must admit, I did appreciate that just simplicity of it all,
Yeah, they do have some great standalone games as well that are just fun. To play.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, great headset. Anyways, perfect. We have talked about all the headsets.
I think we have, yeah.
Now, right? So we kind of like put it all together. What has been exciting? Oh, like actually no, we haven't talked about the Somnium VR1 that I also have tried now. Finally, right? You know,
Yes.
at the MRTV Extra Hardware Showcase, I got to try it, and then I kept it for quite a while, and I was positively surprised. Like I had been only watching your videos, and I was like, wow, it must be incredible because you loved it so much. And I can understand you. It's really, really a good headset. Like I didn't
think,
like the comfort. The comfort I didn't like it at all. But for the visuals, yes, it's even brighter than the Pimax Crystal Super.
It is, yeah, it is absolutely. And I think the best way I can describe the Somnium VR1 is it's doing its own thing again. Like it's a very bespoke, very different option out there. That when you think about the whole sum of its parts and what it can do, it's really doing something that no other headset can do. Especially the Ultimate Edition. Of course, it's extremely expensive, so it really is that super niche high end. But there are people out there that do want what the Somnium VR1 can offer. There are people out there, and I get it because I use it, and like, oh, it's amazing. Like this cockpit, like you can mask your own cockpit and have it really really nice and sort of integrated, and you can switch between the modes very, very easily. Of course, you've got that really sharp resolution. What surprised me, and I find this really funny actually, and I do wonder what Somnium could do with a 50 ppd panel, because to my eyes, and I'm really picky when it comes to visual fidelity, the VR1 at full native resolution is kind of almost as sharp as the Super. Now I say that because that fill factor that we talk about, there is a difference there, and you can notice that there's more of a screen noise or a panel noise because of the lower resolution. I wouldn't call it screen door, but there is a sort of panel texture that you notice. This, when you're looking at tiny text, you can notice that you're looking at a display, whether with a 50 ppd, like you're getting so close to retina level that you kind of just see it as you would with your own eyes. But you're talking of really being mega picky there. But for a headset that is so much lower in terms of 35 ppd versus 50 ppd, it's doing an amazing job to be able to mix it up with that kind of ppd. Oh, yes, please. I'll have a coffee. Thank you. Oh, Melissa's back.
Great. And you get a coffee. Perfect.
And I get a coffee for saying that. Yeah, great. But the trouble is with the VR1, and I've said this from the beginning, is the comfort. For me, I just struggle so much with the comfort. It is so front heavy.
Yeah.
And it's really one of those headsets that after about 2 hours, I feel it. And I don't mind big headsets. I ride a motorbike sometimes for days on end with a massive helmet on and stuff. I don't mind, a heavy headset, but it's just the way it's distributed. It's because it's so far out of your head.
Yeah.
It's a bit like holding a bucket full of water. It's harder to do it like that than it is close to your chest. It's that kind of weight distribution problem. And that's the only main problem I've always had with the VR1. But when it comes to
it's nice
what it can do, it is a phenomenal headset.
It's really cool. I must also say I really enjoyed my time with it. Unfortunately, I don't have it now. But it's like something
you'd love it even more with a 5090.
I think so. I think so.
Headset.
I really think so. Yeah, I really was already like very happy with the 4090 when I checked it on my 4090 PC, and the brightness, the FOV, zero Mura or very little Mura, like less Mura than the Super. It's a really nice headset, and for people who want mixed reality, right, who want to have this kind of flight sim mixed reality, I even don't think it's expensive, really. Like you really have to think, you have to put it into perspective.
Yes.
What are you getting here? Like, okay, this is your hobby. Your hobby is flight simming. You build that flight, the cockpit. You build your real cockpit, and then you can see your real cockpit and virtual stuff. Come on, I don't know how expensive is it now, like 5,000 or 4,000 something. I don't know.
What's that
version with the mixed reality, the ultimate version? How expensive is it?
I think it's I can't remember what it is now. I'll have a look actually, because I'm actually I'm just looking now because I've got the Via XR4 up, because that is the only other headset that actually competes with it. You can't think of this as a Quest. You can't compare it to a Quest 3, for God's sake. You can't compare it. I think you can compare it to the Super actually, although not the mixed reality, because obviously the mixed reality on the Super is absolutely horrific. But when you think about the VR visuals, you can. But there's a whole package, like you say, Seb. When you're looking for that incredible MR experience that integrates with VR and the software and everything, it's a high end experience.
Ultimate Edition, 4,299 euros.
Oh, look at
excluding tax. So yeah, okay.
But the thing is, it's not worth it for a lot of people. For most people, it's not worth it. It's only for a specific group of people.
Or a specific group of people
that are crazy. No, joking. Thank you. One, the best of the best.
Who want mixed reality. That's the headset to get, right? And yeah, I did enjoy it. And I loved the build quality as well. You know, unfortunately, I didn't spend enough time with it to really understand like every part of it. Like I was moving out of the headquarters in Dortmund, right? So I didn't have much time with it. But what I saw, I really enjoyed it. Also, the lenses, like the size of the lenses, they are at least as big as these headphones.
Keep showing me them because they're hilarious. They're ridiculous. Look at that.
They are so good. Everybody has to print this out if you have a 3D printer and the Super. It's incredible.
It's so out of proportion. It's already a bit like it makes the actual headset look tiny compared to these massive...
It does. Yeah,
put them on the Beyond 2, please. Can you do that now?
Yeah, that's a great idea. That's a great idea. Yeah, so also really the Somnium VR1, we must mention it as well for people who love flight sims and who want to see the cockpit, right? Who want to have this mixed reality experience. It is a really exceptional headset as well. So yeah. So that's something that I also wanted to talk about.
Absolutely.
Anything to add to that?
Yeah, I'm just thinking back again. Like, I think the Somnium VR1. The only thing I feel is it was released far too late, in my opinion. I think if the VR1 would have been released a couple of years ago, during like the very aero days and that kind of thing, it would have had a lot more traction. I think people would have respected what that headset can do more, but because of unfortunately, it has a lot of competition now, especially with the Crystal Super. And I think
now it's hard right now.
It is hard to recommend the VR1 now. It is hard because it's so expensive. It's not really justifiable, really, for that extra. You're really going to have to want those features like we've just mentioned with the MR and everything.
I think for those people, it's fine. For those people, it's fine.
And it is, and whenever I use it, I think this is another thing I should mention is whenever I do use it, it feels very special. Like it is a special headset. It feels very different from everything else. And in terms of the visual clarity, it is exceptional. I've always said it was sharper than the Crystal Crystal Light, with the 35 ppd. But to think that it actually is, as close as it could possibly be with the Super is a testament to the engineers and what they've been able to achieve, what they've been able to eke out with those optics. Very, very clever. But unfortunately, because it is such a niche headset, they're not going to sell that many of them. It is expensive. It is very expensive. And
especially for a high school student like you.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Fresh out of college,
Yeah.
There's no way.
No way to get it.
Oh, you're making me blush, Steph, with all these compliments.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Yeah, so that's good. The Somnium VR1 also really needs to be mentioned here for sure. So it's very nice visuals, really. Very nice, very cool visual. Super bright, probably the brightest visuals in a VR headset right now. And it's beautiful. It's beautifully built and very good headset.
Incredible. It's amazing to think those headsets are out there now to buy.
Yeah, that's why this is so good this year.
It's insane.
This year is so good.
Think about PCVR compared to the sort of more gaming aspects. You've just got the Quest, which is all you really need anyway. But I mean, for the gaming side of things, the Quest 3 is ruling everything. But for PCVR, we are absolutely 2025 is the year for choice. It really is. We are absolutely spoiled for choice, and that's got to be a good thing. It's got to be a good thing.
And the Valve Deckard is coming out next.
Apparently
in
so.
November.
Yes. Is it really coming out? I mean, I'm getting bored of it now. I know. I'm getting. Is it coming or not?
It's coming. It's coming. It's coming out.
But I have heard though it's going to have LCD panels. Is that a rumor? It's going to have LCD panels. Have I just made that up?
No, the probability is high that it's an LCD panel, and also the probability is very high that it's not like going to excite us and the people who are watching this podcast, because it's probably not going to be a super high resolution headset. So it's probably not going to have a 4K micro OLED panel.
No,
it's probably going to have like an LCD panel which has like an okay resolution, where most of us who are watching this show will think like, yeah, okay, like
snobs that we are.
Yeah, like really, like we're the snobs, like
we are.
Yeah,
I'm
but
thinking
then
what, 2560 or a bit less, somewhere around there.
Again?
I think it'll be 2560-ish or around the. I don't think it'll be like 21.
It will not be more than this. Probably it might even be 2160.
That's one. Yeah, the reverb was that, wasn't it? I think I can't remember, but yeah around that sort of ballpark. Yeah.
So people should not expect too much of it, honestly speaking. Like in terms of resolution, you know, like I don't see more than 2560 maximum, right? And but the thing is, most probably it will again be like such a great overall package that it's going to be great. You know, like even when the Valve Index came out like years ago, I was not very excited by the resolution. Even when it came out, the resolution was not good, and
wasn't it?
It had like a glare of hell. I thought like, okay, right, but still, overall, it was just such a great package. You know,
it has
like
a great
the
desirability factor, doesn't it?
The controllers, the build quality, the big FOV. Yeah, it was still sharp, and then I played Alex with it. Oh, it was good. So I believe the Deckard, it is also going to be again like this. Like a good headset, a good overall package, but enthusiasts like us will not feel like, oh, it has so great specs. We'll be like, okay, I see.
LCD is so last gen.
Yeah.
I wonder what for tracking wise, will they have their own tracking solution now? Because I mean, it would explain why it's taken so long.
It's not going to have base stations. It's not going to have base stations.
No. But I think overall, like you say, it will, whatever it will be, it'll be a Valve product, so it will be desirable.
Great. It will be desirable. We will have it.
Yeah.
We're going to buy it on day one, and So, I got a super chat that I did not reply to before, and I want to say thank you to Parasite 82 Green. I have a VR since Samsung Gear VR and Oculus Go. Will I see a big jump if I go from a Quest 3 to a Crystal Super or Beyond 2? So again, you will see a jump for sure. You will have more FOV for the Crystal Super, and it will be brighter, and you're going to have a higher resolution. Yes, absolutely. But the Quest 3 is a great headset, so it will not completely blow your mind away, in my opinion. What do you say?
It's like you said at the beginning, Seb. It's at a point now where we're getting diminishing returns, and it all depends on what type of VR person you are. If you're like me and you like looking at these gauges here and all that tiny text, then yes, the big screen Beyond will make a difference, and the Super would be a big difference as well, again, on top of that. But if you're just sort of enjoying first-person shooters, you just want a better image, then you will notice it, but it's not going to be a massive, huge leap, because the Quest 3 is already very, very good actually for what it does.
Right,
and it's
right.
even better now with virtual desktop, as we know. So
totally agree. Diminishing returns. But you will have better colors. You will have better resolution with both headsets. And especially with the Beyond 2, you're going to have OLED blacks. Nice.
It's beautiful.
But it's truly not that, oh, fuck, how could I use the Quest 3 so long? No, the Quest 3 is really so good. So yeah, and another super chat from Brian Brogan. Yeah, thank you so much for that. So I think that's it. We have really talked about everything that we wanted to talk about, and nearly got 200 people watching this.
Oh
That's so
wow!
cool.
I didn't know.
Yeah,
That's brilliant.
that is
It's
really
brilliant. I did say
brilliant.
to you an hour and a half. We'll just do an hour and a
Yeah.
half, but
Yeah.
it often
It's
goes
always
longer
2
than that,
hours.
but-
It's always 2 hours. Yeah. So thank you so much for watching this live. That's incredible. 200 people. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed this show. Give it a review in Apple Podcasts or in Spotify, and tell people that this is a good show that you enjoy watching. And that will encourage us to do this show more often. And that was a great show to catch up. Right, Steve? It was amazing to talk again.
Love it.
Like, I mean, we're really, like, we're talking to each other like very often, right? But not like 2 hours and directly like
No,
this.
that's it. Yeah, we're often like sending voice messages to each other, like, and they're getting longer and longer all the time. But no, this is it's great to have a proper catch up again. It's been too long.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
we should definitely do this more than once every 2 years.
Yeah, exactly. I totally agree.
It's been great. It's been really
and
great.
yeah, thanks for everyone who was watching. Thanks for Guy again for watching and tuning in, and thanks for Virtual Desktop on the Play for Dream. This is really good.
Yeah.
And so give it a thumbs up and leave a comment how you enjoy these shows. Like, every comment helps us and motivates us to do these shows, right? So that would be incredible. Yes. So next time that we do this show, probably I'll be a father.
Oh yes, of course you will. Wow.
Yeah, that's going to be
massive.
a very, very special. So exciting. So let me go back to my wife now.
Yes.
And I'm excited. Anyways, thanks so much for watching this. Give it a thumbs up, and we look forward to see you all in the next episode. Until then, bye-bye.
Take care.